everybody. Welcome to Talking Disney Classics podcast. And today we are continuing on our annual tradition where we rank the films from the Walt Disney Studios, their various brands for the year. And this year we have 35 films. So it was a lot.
There's a lot.
It was a lot. So this is going to
35,
be,
and two of them were, I guess one was in a way like a series, kind
yeah,
of.
yeah, that's
And
true.
then and then we also threw in a short. Uh
Yes, because
Quote
they
unquote, if you call it a short, right?
so they count like anthology series on Letterboxd,
Yeah.
and so we do have one
We got
anthology
one.
series,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that we included for 2025, and it's going to be interesting to see where we're at in some of these. I think we'll have some differences and some similarities. But we'll of course want to hear what you, the listeners, think, and you want to like hunker down because it's going to take a while. This is going
It's
to be a
gonna take a
long
while.
episode, but it's going to be good.
35 rankings.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, how would you do you think it was a good year for this for the brand, for the
Actually,
company?
I thought the company had a really solid year
Uh-huh.
of films. I uh I did, at least like
Yeah.
my top 10. I thought the films were really good for
Yeah.
me. Um, and then of course there's some stuff that like head scratcher stuff and stuff that like gets thrown out on streaming or made for
Yeah.
streaming, and wonder.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean,
what did you think?
I probably had 20 that were fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, see, interesting.
So
Yeah,
not
which
that bad.
no, not that
Not
bad. And
that
then
bad.
of course some real doozy bad ones, which we'll be talking
Yes.
about. But I thought overall. I thought the studio cranked out some really good stuff this year. At least I felt,
Yeah.
again, particularly with the ones that I'm psyched to hear your top 10, but my top 10, these are films
Uh-huh.
that truly I
And there's some
love.
hidden gems in here that if you
Yeah.
weren't doing this project, you probably haven't seen or heard
Wouldn't
of,
even
but you
have
should see.
seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that they're actually really good. So let's dive in. Let's talk about it. So my number 35, I'm just not a fan of this series. I think if you like this series of films, then you'll have it. Or I have The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw at 35.
Yeah.
I just found the whole thing obnoxious, and I hate the animation. I just think it looks awful.
I do too.
And so to me, the other ones on the bottom had at least something for me to enjoy, and this just doesn't. It's not for me.
I have it low too. I have that at is it at 32, if I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
mistaken.
It's
Uh
not
it's
not for me, that's for
these aren't,
sure.
yeah, I'm with you. Not for me. I just don't, it's just they're it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I'm not a big fan in general of like dysfunctional family like comedy, whether in Christmas movies. I mean, there's a
Yes.
couple legends that pull it off and it works, but I just don't. It's just not my favorite brand of
Yeah.
comedy. I
Yeah.
don't like it. And
I
yeah, and I
I don't
hate
think
this animation. I
the
just think it's
animation style's
awful.
awful. And
Yeah.
I frankly think a lot of it just almost seems like it's AI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
They
does.
just,
It looks
yeah.
plasticky. I would way rather have it be like, I know it's meant to sort of mimic the designs in the book, but I would way
Yeah.
rather have it just be sketches like in the book.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Then
just
was
not.
and the stories are obnoxious
Yeah. Yeah.
and I know that if I'm not mistaken, the author is involved in the production of these
Hmm.
films, and maybe he's cool with
Yeah.
it. And again, and maybe the target
The
audience.
kids, maybe
I
they
wonder if the
like it.
kids like it. I need to talk to some of like kids I know. You know what I mean? Just say, have you watched these? And do you
Yeah.
like them? Not that I'll no judgment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what do you have at 35?
Oh, I have Snow White.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And my blood just boils over this. I know we've talked about it,
Yeah,
and I
I
don't
mean, I
want to
have it at
belabor the point.
32.
I'm so
Only
angry about it.
Yeah, the only
Still.
reason I have it at 32 was just because I did like the songs. I thought the Pasico Paul songs were pretty good.
Well, I like Basketball a lot, and I agree. I thought the songs were good, and actually, I like Rachel Zegler's
Yeah.
voice, and you know, I
Yeah,
loved her
she's a
in
good
that
singer. I
West
don't
Side
know if she
Story remake. I
Yeah,
thought she was not good in this role,
right.
but nothing was good in this movie. We don't need to belabor the point, but This was
Yeah.
such it was sacrilege and just a giant flaming piece of poo. I hate this
Yeah,
movie with every bone of my
this
body.
they really this was something they really should have just released to Disney Plus. I don't even think they should have released it
I don't think they
because
should have
it
even made it,
just
number
yeah, I
one.
mean, yeah,
But
they shouldn't have made it, but I really think they should have Artemis fouled this thing. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
it just didn't uh didn't have any hope at a certain point. It was just a mess. And
Well,
the dwarfs looked terrible. And it was so obvious, all the rewrites, and there were basically like two sets of dwarfs that
well,
made them,
right. There's
you
like the
know?
seven friends, that
Yeah.
were like from like they did in Wish, I mean, it was
Yeah.
so stupid.
Ugh.
And the dwarfs looked terrible,
Yeah, they did.
and everything about it it was such a misguided, horrible project. I just hated it. And Rach, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but for your listeners, I just again, for the record, I hate this practice that Disney is
Yeah.
remaking their animated catalog. I absolutely
And this
despise it.
almost torpedoed the whole thing, and then Lilo and Stitch had to come around.
And to make a killing and earned
Oh
$1
man,
billion.
so close.
Oh, just made me
Yeah.
so mad. See, I have Lilo and Stitch at 34. Now, I got to tell you
Yeah.
though, I I I actually gave Lilo and Stitch 3 stars, on my letterbox.
Uh-huh.
It's not a bad film, really. It's just I
No.
hate what it is. I
Yeah.
hate and
And
also
I
I
agree.
saw Lilo and Stitch with some of my great nieces and nephews who are young. These are kids
Mhm.
that are like 8, 9 years old, right? They were in heaven. They loved it. And so I just thought, okay, again, this isn't necessarily made for me. The kids are
Yeah.
having a ball. It's not a terrible film, but it's just a terrible practice.
I 100% agree with you. I have it at 28, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
So, not super high, but I think I got more invested as it went around because people, I just thought was the most like ridiculous thing to be offended by the fact that she went away to school and left Lilo with the the loving neighbor, and she literally has a portal to visit her whenever she wants. I mean, that just seemed like such a ridiculous thing to complain about. I mean, she's going to school. Like
I know.
she's a teenager. Of course she's going to school. Like, why is this? It was the most bizarre complaint in my opinion. And so I felt like I ended up defending the film, even though I didn't like it.
The whole thing. Yeah, it was
That
just
was
like
the weirdest complaint I can
and
think of.
annoying beyond
It's not like she
belief.
just turned her into the foster care system. She gave her to a beloved neighbor who was,
Right, who's gonna take incredible care of
yeah,
her?
ridiculous. So, well, I have Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip at 34.
Oh, okay.
This was really disappointing to me because I actually really enjoy that original film. I think it's
Yeah.
funny. I think it's sort of in the spirit of those live action comedies from Disney that they used to do. And this was just I just really did not think it was funny. I didn't think it worked. It doesn't have anything to do with the original film. And I don't know, just not for me. So this was actually quite disappointing to me. So I have it at 34.
Yeah, I'm surprised I have it higher, which again, I'm kind of shocked, but I didn't yeah, for some reason I guess I was a little puzzled in a way how they decided to really take it in a different direction, and it basically just it's
It's a
a
road trip.
Latino culture film,
Yeah.
and which actually I guess for me I kind of enjoyed that for some, it worked even though I thought, why don't you just call this something else, rather
Yeah.
than have it be kind of a sequel to a movie, but that's truly, I mean, it's like with a completely different family, you
Yeah.
know?
It doesn't have
Yeah.
anything to do with it
Yeah,
at all.
it
And
didn't have anything to do with
yeah.
it. But
So
yeah, I'm surprised again. I'm surprised I have it higher, but I do. So I'm leaving that.
I don't know where you'll have my 33 because I have no idea what you thought about this movie, but it was incredibly disappointing to me. I have Ella McKay.
Yeah, I have Ellen McKay pretty low too.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have it
I
like a
mean,
28,
with
maybe.
this cast and James L.
James L.
Brooks and
Brooks.
I was really looking forward to it and man, I mean, I just think like in 2025 to make a movie like this about a politician who's like going to save the day and is she only gets 3 days but oh look at all that she did in those 3 days and like this kind of sort of morality fable you just can't do in 2025 with a politician as your lead. I'm sorry. I know that there's good politicians out there that are fighting the good fight. I get it. But this kind of narrative, it just was so flat and so cloying and uh it was not funny at all
Yeah.
and it was just not
It's
good.
not it's not a good movie. Uh I I'm rather smitten. I really like Jamie Lee Curtis, just generally.
Yeah.
And I liked her role. And there's some stuff about James L. Brooks, his films and his approach
Uh,
that I that works for me. That is kind of like the quirky humanness of it
yeah.
that I liked. I liked some of it. That's why I put it just a touch higher. But it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's not a good movie.
Very
So I'm with you.
disappointing.
I'm with you. It's disappointing.
And
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to those Classical Paul songs than watch Ella McKay again. That's what it came down to. Because I do
Yeah.
have Snow White at 32. So
Okay. Yeah.
what do you have at 33?
At 33, I'm sure it'll come as a shock to you, Rach. I have sea lions of the Galapagos. Oh my gosh. I hate these movies so much. Although, I mean, again, and I'm a broken record on it, but the cinematography is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And these nature photographers, I have just the most utmost respect for them, really. And I guess it's not
Yeah.
necessarily fair to rank their films so low, but it's those narratives that just absolutely kill me. Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
But then, talk to people who with young children, whatever, and they love
Yeah,
them,
they're made for little kids.
Yeah, so
I I have it at 30,
I
so not that
okay, so
much
not that much
higher
higher,
than
but
you.
yeah, oh, I loathe
It
Disney
wasn't a
nature
good
so
one.
much. Ugh.
I have at 31. Let's see here. Which one was that for you?
That was 33 for
Okay, so what's
me.
your 32?
32 is the Die of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
So 31, I actually have Odessa. I did not like this. I didn't like the songs. I mean, I put it higher than Snow White just because it was just a little more visually interesting,
Yeah.
but I just didn't enjoy it.
I have Odessa higher, and I think probably just because I thought in a way it was a big swing.
Yeah, I can see
I thought a
that.
rock opera was kind of cool, but I'm with you. I didn't enjoy it. So now I'm looking at my rank like, why did I put it where I did? Because I didn't really enjoy it,
Yeah, yeah,
but I thought it was such an interesting idea, I guess,
yeah,
that I was surprised about because I mean, I'd seen it on the list, Rachel, but when I was doing the watch, really getting serious about the watch, I was surprised, like, wow, a rock opera? Who does that
yeah. I can see that.
anymore?
It was a
But anyway,
swing. It was a try.
it was a try, even though I didn't care for any of the music or the
Yeah,
actors or or the story.
yeah.
But
Well, which one do you have at 31?
so at 31, I have, sorry, let me just pull this back up. I have Pets. I
Okay. See, I thought you might like this one better
Well,
because
I thought I would too because dogs, I love
yeah,
dogs,
because
but
there's no like narrative. It's just like
uh,
people and their cute pets.
and the pet pig though, or the people with the pet pigs, what in the world? Like, I don't know. And I thought, it was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know, Rachel. Again, maybe again, I just wasn't the target age or anything.
You just hate animals. Let's just have it out.
Well, again, if it's not just about cute dogs, I don't care. I don't want to see, people
Just
that have a
kidding.
domesticated pig. Like, are you kidding me? This is so horrible.
I
And
thought I
I
have
didn't
this a
love the
lot higher
format.
because I.
I didn't love the format. The way, again,
Oh,
just like
really?
the kids that they picked, I didn't think were that cute.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I hated it.
I have it a bit higher because I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I thought it was cute. Nice little
Well, again, it
crap
was just,
people and their pets.
bitter me, just yeah, having a bad day.
Well, what do you have at 30?
So at 30, I have the Hand That Rocks the Cradle, the
Oh,
remake, and
okay.
that. Not that I'm devoted to the original film by any means, but of course, I distinctly remember when it came out.
Uh-huh.
Given that I'm, speaking of being an old angry man, um, but uh, again, I was just thinking, why does this film
Yeah.
need a remake?
Yeah.
Not that I'm devoted to the original, but I just think the original wasn't. I mean, I know it has a real cult following, but I don't know. I just seemed weird, and I just didn't like it either. I mean, I hate the
Yeah.
story because I can't say I liked the first film, as I mentioned, but anyway, I didn't care for it, so I put it I put it way low.
Well,
Yeah,
I have it a bit higher. I still yet not see I haven't seen the original.
yeah.
So I don't have that comparison. I thought it was a pretty fun little thriller. I enjoyed
Uh,
it. I like
okay.
both the female performances I thought were pretty good.
Oh, good. Okay.
So I had fun with it. It's not
I,
like amazing, but
and I know clearly I'm affected by just
no,
the
I,
whole remake itis. Like, are you
I
kidding
think
me?
I'm in the minority. I think most people really didn't like it. So, um, you know, what are you gonna do? Um,
What did
so
you have?
I had sea lions at
Oh,
30.
okay. Okay.
So 29 was one of the big disappointments of the whole year, not just Disney, was Captain America Brave New World.
Oh,
I had a
wow. Rage.
29.
Out of low.
I this was so mediocre in my opinion. I mean, I barely can remember anything about this. It was definitely one of the most forgettable Marvel movies that they made in a long time. I mean, somehow we ended up spending most of the time on the Red Hulk story, and you're like, why aren't we telling? We're barely telling Sam Wilson's story at all. And there were all like the Giancarlo, like his whole story felt so wedged in that was obviously from a reshoot. The whole thing felt spliced together, and I hate when Marvel does that. It was just this was just I think about as mediocre as Marvel gets, in my
Okay.
opinion. I thought it was very lame, and it would probably be in my bottom five
Okay.
Marvel MCU
Bottom
movies.
five
Yeah, I just thought
of
it was
MCU.
completely forgettable, this movie, and it bummed me out. So I have it at 29.
I have it considerably higher, but because
Okay.
I do hear what you're saying, Rachel, because it really clearly there were major reshoots and rewrites, and
Yeah.
we read about some of that stuff too,
I mean, no
and
wonder they're
there were
bringing Steve
issues with
Rogers
it.
back. I mean, after they have to after this.
Who knows what they've got in store for us? I'm sure it's going to tick a lot of people off, whatever it is. People aren't going to
Yeah,
like
I
it.
mean, it's interesting. We saw those teasers they've done. I thought the Thor one was pretty good. The Steve Rogers one kind of made me roll my eyes. The X-Men one was very good though, I thought.
The X-Men one has been by far my favorite.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
question.
So
Yeah, the Steve Rogers one for me was a head scratcher. Um, but Thor and his daughter, they're cool. So we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see what. Fingers crossed.
So what do you have at 29?
I have Zombies 4.
Yeah.
I
I'm surprised
I
you have
just
it this high, to be
I
honest.
know I got to surprise myself. I hate these so much too. But also, I was Rachel, I was trying to be in a way open-minded. I like. I mean, the whole time I was just wishing I was like, I just wish I could just watch High School Musical because that's all it is. I feel like it's just kind of in a different wrapper with
Yeah.
all these weird
Uh, Well,
creatures or
it's just they keep
sex or
adding more. Now they
whatever.
got
Yeah, they
vampires.
got vampires, and there's going to be the sea people that are coming now. And like, are you kidding me?
I
And
have to admit, this one was very fun to me on AM. So bad it's good. You can't believe that this was
that's a good way to
a
put
fun
it.
watch. It would be fun to watch with like a group of friends
Yeah, and
and
they
like
just
if,
like just kind of mocking it, right? It's just,
yeah. I
uh,
mean, there were so many hilarious. I felt bad. I mean, because I think Meg Donnelly and Milo man, are actually quite talented
they're
and very
talented.
good,
I
and they
completely agree.
they give it
Yeah,
their all too.
they
They really
do.
try
They try
hard.
so hard, and you can tell. I mean, these kids are trying so hard. They're working. These young people are working
Yeah.
so hard.
And just
But
some of these lines were so funny that I was cracking up. I have it at 27. It's
oh,
it's
okay.
it's it's not good. But and the last two have definitely had the noticeable absence of Kenny Ortega
Yes, see,
choreography.
that's the thing. You really notice that Kenny
You really need
Ortega's
it.
not there because he's got a really great touch with
Yeah,
these films.
but I can't say that I mean I certainly had more laughs in than any of these previous ones that I enjoyed it more, you know.
uh,
But yeah,
yeah, not my
I,
thing.
I have I have Lilo and Stitch at 28,
Okay.
and I think this was just mediocre. Even though I ended up defending it, it was so like why you don't need to watch this movie. Like there is no world where anybody would choose to watch this movie over the animated film. Like it just doesn't need to exist. Like it's so bland. And that's why I was so irritated with the people who are upset about the ending. Because I'm just like, so they make one bold choice and they get crap for it. Like I wish that the whole movie was them making crazy
I
choices like
know.
that, you know?
I
Like
know. I'm
and
with you.
then and I mean it's this the thing is like if because some people might say, well, Snow White made a bunch of other choices, and I'm like, yes, if they had just stuck to an alternate version of Snow White, then I would have enjoyed it. But instead, it's like, 15 different movies all mashed into one. So it doesn't work. But it was harmless. It was completely forgettable. And I really didn't like most of the attempts at comedy, like the Zach Galifianakis and all of that stuff. I didn't like that at all. But the design of Stitch was pretty cute. I enjoyed that. Like they made him look cute. The
Yeah.
little girl was cute.
Little girl was super cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Rachel's Reviews? Do you look forward to Family Movie Night, Female Film Critics panels, or the Talking Disney podcast? If so, please consider supporting the podcast by becoming a Patreon. As a patron, you get to access monthly events such as the watch-alongs and Q&As, where you get to talk to stars and find out the behind the scenes of the movie making industry. And you can pick what I review for Family Movie Night or even become a guest on the podcast. Podcasts and YouTube channels are expensive, and I really, really could use your help. I would so appreciate it. You also get to be a member of the Facebook group where we talk about all the films that we're seeing, and we have so much fun. Go to patreon.com/Hallmarkies and select one of the Rachel's fan tiers. That's patreon.com/Hallmarkies.
I have Zombies 4 at 27.
Okay.
So where are you at?
But 28 for me, I've got Prep and Landing, the Snowball Protocol.
Oh, really? Yeah. I have that
I
ridiculously high.
I'll be anxious to talk to you, about it. Um I I know I just didn't like it. I
Oh,
thought I
really?
thought the story was dumb, and I really loved the previous two.
Yeah, we
And
did a whole episode, remember?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel like this one was up to the quality in both animation and storytelling as the other two. So maybe
Ah,
it's low for me by comparison.
yeah.
I was hoping for more, and
I have
I thought it
all
was very
three of
disappointing.
I have all three of the Christmas entries very high, which just shows me as a human, right? But I enjoyed it, particularly the first because it's two shorts basically within here. The
Yeah,
first one with the seal I thought was funny, them losing the seal.
yeah.
The other one that's like getting lost in Hawaii wasn't as good, but yeah, I still have it I have it ridiculously high.
Well, no, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just Grinch Scrooge me, like, "Ah."
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
at 27, I have Ellen McKay.
Okay. Yeah. It was very
Disappointing.
bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
At 26, I have Eeny Meeny.
I do too.
Okay.
Yeah. A first one that we've matched up,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
far. Yeah.
It's not awful. It had like
But
some decent action.
and some fun.
And like,
I like the car chases,
yeah,
I
I
thought
thought
that
you'd like the car
yeah.
chases.
We had messaged about that. You had told me about that. Yeah.
But and the performances are decent, but it's just one of those movies where I was a little bit confused about. I thought they were going in sort of. I was confused by the ending. I
Oh,
won't spoil
I
it,
was
but
100% confused
I
by the
was just
ending. I
like,
was not expecting it to be
I
to
was
end that
not
way at
expecting her
all.
to do that, and
Yeah.
because I felt like things have been going like reasonably well. There was like a bit of a redemption arc with the boyfriend a little bit, and
Yes.
then like so that was surprising, and it
Yeah, me
just
too.
felt so
Me too.
derivative. Kind of, I think this is that how you were feeling. What was the one that you were saying was derivative? I can't remember now, but that Hand the Rocks the Cradle. That felt derivative. This feels so derivative of so many other filmmakers. Like that's trying to be your Tarantino, trying to be
It's
your
good to say. It's like trying to
know.
be Tarantino,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
not
It didn't
awful,
work,
but
but
yeah, not
yeah,
and not
but not good.
not good.
Yeah, not good.
Um, well, my next one I know I have my next two, I think actually three, I think I'm much lower than you.
Okay.
25, I have Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. Because the thing about this movie to me is they expect you to be really invested in him getting this recording, like keeping the recording that he did in his house. I just wasn't. I did not find that an interesting story. I was just not.
Yeah, that's fair.
It does
Yeah.
not matter to me if it has like ambient noise or if it's in a studio. Like I'm not super invested in the recording quality on this album. Like it's not a beloved album to me. It's not something that I like, have a lot of investment in this album. And they just spent so much time on, we gotta have this recording. And I'm just like, I really don't care. And everything with him and the girlfriend, I just didn't really work for me. I think the performances are pretty good. I think he sounds, I'm not sure if he was dubbing or if he was singing. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm not sure if he was singing either. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like, man, they really went for that plot of like, gotta have the recording, and I just like didn't care about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I have it at 25.
I have it considerably higher. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because my thoughts were completely different, but that's what's fun about this.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
each have our own.
What do you have at 25?
I have Swiped.
Okay. I have that a little higher.
It's not, it's a competent film.
Yeah. It's about
it's
a
not,
Utah.
yeah, you're right. It's
Local
Utah
girl.
who and I didn't know the story.
Yeah.
That she was the co-founder of Tinder
Yeah.
and then went on to create Bumble. And it's so I thought again it's well made. Lily James is good in it.
Dan Stevens has a lot of fun with that accent.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
But
his
I just
performance.
again I thought it was a competent film that I just didn't enjoy.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but also just but didn't really like it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw it at TIFF, and I don't know if maybe seeing on the big screen kind of helped a little bit.
Yeah, because I just watched it on
Yeah.
Disney Plus / Hulu.
But I thought it was a pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool that you saw it at
fun
TIFF.
movie. Yeah, yeah. So I have it at 13. I have it quite a bit higher.
Yeah, higher. No, I'm glad
Yeah.
you enjoyed it because
Yeah.
and again, maybe I was just being overly critical, and also I'm with you. It helps for me. I typically like films more when I see them on the big screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Well, at 24 is actually where I have Elio. And
okay.
For me, Elio
Higher.
it's harmless, fine, but I thought I thought it was pretty boring. I guess this is my boring section.
This is the your boring collection of films here.
Like usually Pixar can sort of thread that needle of making a family film. And I felt like this was very little kid centered, like little kids, especially everything on the planet and like trying to get everybody to be happy and everybody to be, like this is like pre-K, you know, kind of thing. Can't everybody treat each other nice? And great message, but I don't know. I just found it kind of dull. I was not that interested in the story or the characters so that's where it ended up for me, was a 24.
Yeah, I have a quite a bit higher too. I'm surprised that I liked it. I feel like I'm the only person in America that liked it though, as well.
Well,
so
it got nominated for an Oscar,
which is shocking to me. But but still, I'm surprised that I liked it more than others. But anyway, we could.
Yeah. So what do you have at 24?
At 24, I have Sally.
Oh, okay.
Again, I thought this was a very competent film. Really
documentary.
I think when it comes down to, again, there's the Disney nature stuff, which just pushes me over the edge. But it depends. I mean, Rachel, I guess I think too, when it really comes down to it, I don't love documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
I think I appreciate learning. Like I really enjoyed learning more about Sally Ride. So many things that I didn't know.
Yeah.
About her. And I thought it was well made.
Yeah.
But could also see at 23, I have Lost in the Jungle too.
Oh, see, I have that a lot higher. I think this is a hidden gem.
It's very well made, and the story is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. And the footage they got was remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
But documentary, I just find I just don't really love. I mean, I like it and I appreciate learning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's trying to expand my mind, but I'd much prefer a narrative film over a documentary film. Just saying. So that's how that's why I ranked them. That's how.
Yeah. Well, at 23 is where I have Tron Ares, and I did go fresh on this. I think it's fine. I actually did go fresh on, and the next two I actually didn't go fresh on. So it's that's a ranking for you, but it's one of those movies that I had a good enough time seeing it. The visuals, the story was okay. But I'm not that much of a sci-fi girl.
Yeah.
So it's not really my thing. And I found it kind of boring, the story. And so, I mean, there was some good action. It looked nice. But that's just where I ended up having it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll never want to see it again. I have no desire.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I have it much higher because I'm just an absolute Tron head, which we can get into.
I was surprised it wasn't better. I thought that they were going to, just with the amount they'd invested in the IP, I really thought that it was, I don't know. I just thought that I just thought it was going to be better.
Yeah. I adored it, but I feel like, again, I'm the only person in America that did, so how I felt, but I loved it.
Yeah. So what did you have at 23?
At 23, so I have Lost in the Jungle.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at 22, I have Odessa. And again, I'm kind of shocked that I have it as high as I did. But again, I think just because I appreciated the big swing. And I kind of wish that there could be more. I mean, like I wish there could be a good musical.
Yeah.
But still, I'm kind of shocked that it got made.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's as you said, it's a ranking, but I do feel like I probably ranked it too high, but anyway,
I get it
because I'm ranking out more on
personal enjoyment
and the potential versus what it actually was,
Well, 22 for me is another big disappointment because I have Avatar Fire and Ash at 22. I think that Way of Water was number 1 when we did ranking that year for me.
Oh,
I really liked Way of Water, and I enjoyed their first Avatar. but I think Way of Water was the best of the three, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Way of
this
Water,
one,
I think is the best of the three too.
yeah, because it took everything that the first film had, and then it added this layer of this family and a family story instead of just being the romance of the first film. This didn't add a layer. This didn't add any. I mean, they had the Ash people, but I mean, they didn't use them, I don't think, enough or to have like a real story from them. They were just kind of there to the one lady to just give like pithy comments and to be and I guess their attempt to do another layer was with Spider, but that was not interesting to me. That was not very effective. And so it was just kind of a slog. It was the first one. Like everybody, I feel like most people I know are like, oh, these movies are so boring. And I've never really felt that until this one. And it just all felt like such a repetitive of the first two films. And so, yeah, it was kind of funny though, because the first screening, they had gotten the file late. And so you have to upload it into the server, I guess.
Yeah.
And it takes like a long time,
Long
especially
time
for a
to do
long
it.
movie like
Yeah.
that. Well, we got there and it was only like 30% uploaded.
Oh dear.
And we're like, great. And so I waited like an hour and I'm like, I have stuff to do. This is ridiculous. Cause it's a long movie too. And it's like
3.5 hours almost, for 3 hours and 20 minutes.
It's 8 o'clock. And by the time and it's still not, I think it was like it's 60% by then. And I'm like, then you're going to add another 3.5 hours on it. Like, forget it.
You get home at
so
3 a.m.
I left and then the next morning, I get a thing saying that we're going to screen it for anybody this morning at 9:30. I was like, okay, because I guess they were trying for people in critics groups, to be able to vote, which was that week. And so, anyway, I get there and it's only me and Patrick in the entire theater, and so that was just kind of funny. I'm saying that it could be a power move when people are saying, how important are you? Well, I had a private screening of Avatar.
So you had a private screening of Avatar. What about you? That you did.
But it was just, I just felt like it was kind of emotionally empty and repetitive and just, I don't know, it was just disappointing. I was expecting to like it and I didn't. So
I have it higher. For me, though, all three Avatar movies, I don't think they're necessarily good movies. I think they're spectacles.
Yeah.
And I loved seeing it in IMAX 3D, which is what I saw. And for me, I was just dazzled by the visuals, and the story was tolerable. I don't think that any of the three movies are good as far as just like good cinema. But for me, I am absolutely amazed at
and
maybe by the visuals.
Maybe after 3, that was also just starting to be a little less amazing, and it hasn't been as long of a gap in between 2 and 3 as there was between 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah.
So I think that might be part of it too. That even that wasn't kind of able to sort of win me over, but that was. I did not think that was when I would be going rotten on, but that is what happened. So
hey, you do what
you
go with what you're doing,
So what do you have at 22?
I have The Roses.
Yeah.
Now, again, not that I am a huge fan of the War of the Roses, which was this is
I haven't seen it.
On a book. I mean, I saw it back in the day, right? Because it's another movie that I think that came out in the 80s.
Some people love it.
Yeah, well, I remember it was memorable,
It's directed by Danny DeVito, I think.
Yeah. And super black comedy, and not and as was this, and I might have put this a little lower, but Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman are great actors, and I also like the supporting cast.
I almost liked this movie. I don't have it super higher, but I almost liked this movie better as a drama. It actually didn't bring up that madcap, like really intense comedy until the last third.
Yeah.
But for like the first two thirds, I was actually enjoying kind of this portrayal of a marriage and how the resentment was building. And that felt pretty authentic to me of like, okay, how somebody who's raising the children versus somebody who's having the career, how like the person having the career might feel resentment for missing the kids, and then the person with the kids, like a lot of those I thought felt pretty good, but I'm like, I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
And then so it made the last third feel kind of like, well, I've actually grown to like these people, and now they're doing these horrible things to each other, and so it doesn't feel. So it was kind of a mess tonally, but yeah, it was a mixed bag for me.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag. I just, again, not that I'm that devoted to the first film, but I think I liked the tone of
Yeah,
the first film
and
better or more than this one.
I bet they start the antics sooner.
Oh, absolutely. And the
Yeah,
antics are ramped up, you know.
yeah,
Um, so I just didn't, yeah, not, I didn't think, it was
yeah.
okay, but
And also, if
not
they're
great.
like super rich like that, like to have that house and to have then they could definitely afford childcare. They could
Right,
definitely afford a nanny,
right,
and the two of them could work. And I mean, I guess they have him have that professional embarrassment at the beginning. But
right.
still, they could definitely afford childcare. But
And I'm
anyway,
not familiar. I haven't read the book upon which it's based. I don't know which film
oh,
is truer to the
yeah, I don't
book or
know.
not. Not that again,
That's true.
whatever. But yeah, I
But I
did.
was hoping that would be better. When I saw the posters and other stuff, I thought, if this is good, it could be like I could see a comedy like that, even like Oscars, enjoying
Oh,
something like that, or
absolutely. Yeah.
or at
And
least for
again,
the
with
performances.
these great actors. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was too bad. Well, my number 21, I have a lot lower, it seems like, than everybody else. I have Thunderbolts at 21. I just found this thing to be just too much of a downer for a Marvel movie. I found it depressing. I found all the characters to be sad. And I mean, just when you have scenes like little girls getting zapped and like this like ominous music being played, and like a whole character whose whole entire plot is just to be sad and depressed and like just the only like lighter moments were with the David Harbour character to me, and everything was just, it was just, I don't know, I just didn't like it as a Marvel movie. It wasn't for me. And so I had an unpopular opinion with that one, and I haven't
Hey,
seen it
you're
again.
good.
So maybe,
It's
maybe
your
if I
own
saw it
opinion.
again, maybe I'd like it better. But that's where I have it.
I have a higher. I mean, I didn't love it, but I liked it. I thought it was
Maybe,
interesting. I
okay.
thought it was a unique type of superhero
People are
story.
saying it's like the best Marvel movie in years,
No,
and
see, I don't think it's the best. But for me,
yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting. I
I
guess
just
is
think,
the
I mean,
spin
I
to it for me.
understand that the MCU has mostly been PG-13 films, but I think for a long time, parents could kind of feel pretty confident about sending their kids off to an MCU film, even though they're technically, PG-13.
PG-13.
And I feel like they've lost that. And if they wonder why the movies aren't doing as well, I think that is a big reason, is because parents, they're no longer seen as family films. They're no longer seen at, whether they should have been seen that way or not,
Yeah,
they were, and now they're not. And so like basically these movies are making the kind of money that adult dramas make. They're not making the kind of money that like an Illumination film makes, or you know what I mean, like
yeah,
like they used to be basically family comedies, MCU films. And there could be people that kind of roll their eyes at that, and didn't like that. But if you're just talking money, that is a big reason why the movies, in my opinion at least, why the movies are not making as much money as they used to make. Sure, you'd have ones that were a little bit more intense. Like, of course, Infinity War would be one of the big ones. You'd have ones that would be a little bit more intense, but I would say like 90% of the early MCU phases and the early MCU films were ones that you could take your family to, or that people felt like they could take their family to. Now people don't feel that. There's some insecurity. I don't know. I gotta watch it first. Wait till it comes on
Yeah.
Disney Plus. And then if it's good, then I will show it to the kids. So that's my theory, at least. I think
Interesting.
that's
No,
why they're not
it's a very
making.
interesting theory, Rach. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I have at 21. What do you have at 21?
At 21, so I think actually, I mean, I think this might be 22. So 21, I have the roses.
Oh yeah. And then what did you have at 22?
At 20, no, I'm so sorry. I'm all confused with my time. So I guess technically it's at 20, right? Because 21 was the roses.
Okay,
Am I
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then at 20, I have win or lose.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have that much higher. That much higher.
This is that anthology that we had
Yeah.
mentioned at the top of the show that done by Pixar, you know, that they did for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Long delayed, like off delayed from after they announced it. It took them a long time to.
Isn't it crazy that Pixar could release an anthology and it just like made no ripples at all?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, and again, it's not terrible. But I just wasn't really crazy about it personally.
no, so I have it at 17.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it says something that I only watched the first two episodes and then I never really felt a desire to watch the rest of it. But it was
Yeah,
perfectly serviceable.
I didn't finish it all either. Just
But
for time. Because
there
each
was
episode is like 25 to 30 minutes, you know.
there's definitely an era where this would have been huge, though.
Possibly,
You think?
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
because even like Cars 2, even their misses still made a lot of money. Like in their prime, it really wasn't until Good Dinosaur that they had a bump.
yeah, you bring up a good point. For me, it's a combination of uh, I'm spending most of my discretionary time watching movies
Yeah.
rather than watching series.
Yeah.
And that's just me. And I'm not against it. I mean, I have lots of good friends that they love watching series, you know, and they watch them
Yeah.
faithfully and they watch a lot of them. And so for me thinking like, oh, I gotta gear up and watch, you know, 8 or 10 episodes
Right.
each. Number one is like, oh, but I thought that the premise was interesting, that they've got this little league softball team and they take it from the point of view of multiple different people, which I thought was a really clever idea, but I can't say that I just loved the
Yeah.
execution of it, you know.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Pixar or not, you know.
yeah. Well, 20, I have pets.
Okay.
Which I thought it was really cute. I
I know. I'm
was
just
like,
being an
oh,
angry old
people and their
man.
pets.
It was the pig, Rach. It was the domesticated pig really upset me.
Do you love all things rom-com, holiday, and Hallmark? If so, we have the podcast for you, the Hallmarkies Podcast. We aim to be your destination for previews and recaps of every romantic comedy and holiday film that's released in cinemas, on streaming, and on channels like Hallmark. We also cover all the Hallmark TV shows like When Calls the Heart and The Way Home. Still not enough? We have recapped every episode of Heartland, Sex and the City, All Creatures Great and Small, and more. We also have weekly ranking episodes and interviews with all your favorite stars. You can listen to Hallmarkies Podcast wherever you download your podcasts or watch on video on YouTube. Come join the Hallmarkies family today. We know you will love it.
And 19 is where I have Predator Killer of Killers. So I had never watched anything Predator before this year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely Predator virgin when I say this year. And so I watched actually Predator Badlands. It was the first Predator thing I'd ever watched, which is a really weird thing to start with because it's like subverting the narrative, you know, and about the Predator. And so that's a very strange movie to watch as your first
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
But that was what happened. And then I watched the original film. As
With
we did
with Arnold, with Schwarzenegger.
yeah, me and Monda did it for Blind Spot.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, which was fun. And I was surprised actually that it's can't think of the name all of a sudden. Carl Weathers. It's
Carl Weathers.
more about his character than about Arnold. He was supporting. It's an ensemble film,
Right.
which surprised me.
Yeah, it's surprising. Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. So then the last thing I saw was this Killer of Killers. And the first one with like the Norse mythology, I didn't really like that. Then the other two I liked quite a bit. And you'll see how high I have Badlands. But I really do like what Dan Trachtenberg is doing with this franchise.
Me too. I really like it a lot.
I like his vision. I like what he's trying.
He's a good storyteller.
He's a little experimental.
Yeah.
I know that diehard fans are really upset about it, and go them.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it, and I did think the animation was quite lovely.
Yeah, I've got higher. I thought it was really cool. Yeah. I was surprised how much I liked it. I've seen most of the Predators. I'm not sure if I've seen like the Alien versus Predator ones. Maybe I've seen one or two of those. Those are less interesting to me. But I'm with you. I really like the direction that these movies are going. I think that they're and that they did an animation one, and that the animation was good. Right. I mean, I thought it was, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you have at 19?
So 19, I have Joy to the World. This isn't my genre, as you know, but I thought it was really charming.
It was cute, right?
It was really cute.
It's 100% a remake of Christmas in Connecticut. It should be called Christmas in Connecticut. But it's a well done
the same thing. And in this case, though, I didn't mind the remake, but also I felt it was a remake, but it was also its own thing. They kept it, it was with the times, The cast was appealing.
Well, you know what's interesting is that romantic comedies actually have like an incredible track record with remakes. It is the most remakeable genre. By far.
Good point.
You think about like Father of the Bride, you think Parent Trap, you think You've Got Mail, you think even No Reservations is decent.
Yes.
You think like
they're good.
There's a lot. And for some reason it's like and maybe this is why, like I can enjoy like Hallmark movies where they have somewhat similar plot, is that there's something about this genre that I don't mind that, like the archetypes and the patterns and the other things like that. It just seems to support the genre. I mean, I think this is better than Arnold's. Have you ever seen the 1992 Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas in Connecticut?
No. If I have,
Chris Christopherson and
no, I don't think I ever saw that.
It's not good.
It's not very good.
But it's an interesting oddity to watch. We have an episode of Hallmarkies podcast on both films comparing the two.
Is it called Christmas in Connecticut too? It
is, yeah. 1992.
Yeah,
Diane Cannon and Chris Christopherson and
fascinating.
It's the only thing he's directed is Christmas in Connecticut.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Save that for a trivia night.
Seriously, right? Rach, I thought that this one too, the Joy of the World, I didn't realize that, again, I don't know necessarily how the distribution or the production of this, how this works. But that Disney or 20th Century Fox or any of them were kind of in this game of making.
I know. I was surprised that it ended up on Disney Plus. I don't understand why they wouldn't have just put it on Lifetime, because Disney owns Lifetime.
Yeah.
And Lifetime releases Christmas movies
every year.
Yeah. So I don't understand why.
I was a little baffled by that. But,
it would be interesting to know the backstory behind that. It's written, the writers are Neil and Tippy Dabrowski.
Yeah.
And they're kind of legends in this space.
Okay.
And I think you can kind of tell that it's sort of elevated by quality writing.
Yeah.
And they've done some really popular ones. Like there's one called Window Wonderland. That's a favorite. That's a classic Hallmark movie. Another one called Crown for Christmas with Danica McKellar. That's on a lot of people's top 10 list of Hallmark movies. They have one that was actually a Hall of Fame movie called Lovelocks. That's a lot of fun. And that one has Jerry Jerry O'Connell and Rebecca Romaine, because they could get like bigger stars for the
Yeah.
Hall of Fames back in the day. And so I think it was helped by a little bit of a punchy script from the two of them.
Yeah, I like the script.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's for me, that's really what,
Yeah.
for me, elevated it again. And I'm not a person to talk to about this genre because I have such little experience with it,
Yeah.
but genre meaning like a made for television romance,
Yeah.
like, like you see on Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, number 18, that's where I have Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Okay.
I thought it was a fun little thriller. But then I don't have any connection, or I've never seen the original.
Yeah,
so.
the original.
I thought the two girls were pretty good. And so I enjoyed it. What do you have at 18?
At 18, I have Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip, which again, I'm kind of surprised I have it that high. I didn't hate it. I liked, I liked the actors that they hired for it. I again puzzled by like the whole kind of shift. Like we're gonna turn this into a,
Yeah.
Mexican American family thing, but then again, I enjoyed the cultural part of it too. So anyway,
Yeah.
go figure. But also, I think too, it made me long. Just you had mentioned, Rach, that it made me long for again, like Timmy Failure, like just like if we could have these kind of mid-budget but really cool family movies,
Yeah.
again that I loved in my childhood. I miss those. So this was for me, it was reminiscent of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, at number 17, that's where I have Win or Lose.
Okay.
And then I have The Roses at 16.
Okay. At
So.
at 16 for me, I have The Testament of Anne Lee.
Okay, I have that at 15. So we're pretty close.
Okay. So yeah, we're close.
What did you have at 17?
Oh, at 17, I had Alexander
Alexander, that's right.
and the Terrible, Horrible, Good, No Good, Very Bad Road Trip. Yeah.
Yeah. So Anne Lee, let's talk about it. I mean, I think that first of all, I saw it late after a bunch of movies at TIFF. So I was
okay. You saw it, but you saw it at TIFF. Though.
I did.
Okay.
I saw it at TIFF, and I thought that it was, pretty well done. I thought that Amanda Seyfried was good. I'm surprised that she wasn't more in. I think that Disney really dropped the ball on the awards campaigning, because I do think I thought she deserved a nomination. She was really good.
And she carries the movie. I mean, she's
Yeah.
like in every scene of this movie, basically, or almost.
And the music I thought was interesting. It was an interesting choice, and I thought that the director made some interesting choices that were kind of fascinating, but just found it I felt like it was very repetitive.
Yeah.
That we kind of got, okay, she would have a miscarriage and then this trauma. I did recommend the film, but after a while it was just kind of like, okay, I just feel like we're getting the same scenes over and over and over again. Yeah. And so that's why I was less invested in it, but I'd still recommend it.
Yeah, it's a very, for me, number one, it was a very interesting story. Like I was not familiar with the story,
right?
Or this woman, what she had done.
Yeah,
I thought so, and I thought it was told in an interesting way. I thought the narrative was interesting. The filmmaking was good. I really liked Amanda's performance, as you had said. But ultimately, yeah, I found it repetitive, and then kind of like the third act, it was almost like just like a grind. Like I couldn't wait for it to be over.
yeah.
And not that I was necessarily expecting to happen what happened. She's a martyr, right? But but yeah, interesting. I just found okay, this is an interesting art film that I don't love, but I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So what do you have at 15?
At 15. So actually, we're at 16, right? At least for me, I think we're at 16.
I thought you had Anne Lee at 16.
I have Anne Lee at 17. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you have Anne Lee at 15. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So what did you have at 16? I thought you had Alexander at 17.
I'm sorry. I'm getting, oh yeah, 16, 17, 18. No, sorry, I'm confused. So I have Win and Lose at 20, Joy to the World at 19, Alexander at 18, and Lee at 17.
Okay, so let's say you have it 16.
16, I have The Amateur.
Okay, I have that at 14. So we're
Oh,
pretty
okay.
close
Yeah,
on
we're
this
pretty
middle
close.
section.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty close in this middle section. Yeah, where we've got some
Yeah, I actually
commonality.
think this is a little underappreciated. I
Yeah,
mean,
I agree.
we don't get these sort of mid-budget action movies, and there were some pretty cool set pieces that happened in the movie, like that whole thing with that's the swimming bridge thing. That whole
Yes.
was a really cool set piece that was
Cool. It was
well
visually so
done.
stylish and so yeah, really well done.
Yeah. The only thing that I had a problem with it, I did recommend it, is that everything was a little bit too easy for him as far as the investigation.
Yeah.
He would have a question, one Google search. Oh, look, here's where this is going. This is where we need to go. This is what we need to do. Every decision he made was right. Everything, and so and that made it like not as interesting as far as a mystery, I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. I thought the issues for me were with the script. I thought that it was again well made. I like Rami Malek a lot, and Lawrence Fishburne's good in it. But I just didn't the way everything just came together. It just didn't really work
Yeah.
for me. But it's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
But not like it could have. I think it could have been better.
So what's your 15?
15, I have the pro shot of Frozen,
Okay.
which is delightful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I love
It was a
that.
hard one to know how to rank
Yeah,
because it's so different.
exactly. It was so different, and it's not a criticism to it at all because I think it's terrific. I thought, I mean, as a pro shot goes, it's fine. I can't say that it was like necessarily dazzling as a pro shot, but I thought that they captured what the experience was like to see the play, and the cast was good. I love the show. So it was fun. Maybe I could have put it a little higher, but I like these other films more. So
Yeah,
it's just
that's all that
kind of
matters.
where it landed. Yeah.
In the end, I do have it pretty high, but yeah, I totally get it. Oh, almost dropped my cup. Um, okay, so let's see. So which one was that for you?
That was 15, if I'm not
Okay,
mistaken.
so what's your 14?
No, yeah, okay. My 14 is Rental Family.
Okay, yeah. So I have that at 11, so not that
Okay.
far
Yeah,
off.
not too far.
I mean, I think it's a sweet movie. I was worried when I saw the trailer. I was like, okay, this is going to be like white American teaching Japanese people how to live. That could be really cringe. But they avoided that, I think, pretty
I
well.
thought they avoided that pretty well too.
Yeah. And it was certainly a nice looking movie. There was just something about it that just felt a little forgettable.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
if you were if you
Go
were going to
ahead.
say something's Oscar bait, this kind of felt a little Oscar baity to me.
I think that's a good point, particularly like the trailer. Like I'm with you. Like, oh my goodness, this
Yeah.
thing is just. But I think what surprised me about this film was that it covers, I thought it brings up some really interesting topics, not only about Japanese culture, but I think about human nature, about
Yeah.
appearances and, you know, judgments in that regard
Yeah.
and social acceptance
Yeah.
and whatnot.
It's a sweet film. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I liked it too, and in its own way, I thought it was thought provoking.
Yeah.
But I didn't just love it, and I don't think it. I wouldn't necessarily hand the Oscar to Brendan Fraser, but I thought he gave a very confident performance.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I have the amateur at 14 and then I have swiped at 13
Okay.
and which I thought was fun. I liked I liked the energy of it and the
Yeah.
story and I thought that Dan Stevens was a hoot as the Russian guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then 12 I have Sally. I actually saw that at Sundance.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I
See, and which is
enjoyed
a
it.
great. That's the great way to see. Sadly, it's gone from Utah now, but I
Yeah.
agree. I've seen some great documentaries at Sundance over the years, and I
Mhm.
enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I
And
can't say I love watching them on TV.
Yeah, it is well, and it's neat too because if you see it at Sundance, then you can sometimes
The
she'd
filmmakers are
passed away.
there.
So, but sometimes the people that are being
Or the people that are in
interviewed
it.
and stuff
Yeah.
are there, and you get to
Were
see.
there people, anybody from the film
I
there?
think there was the director and I think like the director and producer. I don't think, or maybe, and then I can't remember if somebody from. I feel like somebody from, if it was the girlfriend, if it was the wife.
Yeah.
That was there. Somebody was there. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been over a year now, but yeah,
Well, it
there's a
was a
panel.
while.
There's a
And
panel.
the panel, yeah, which
Yeah.
is wonderful. I mean, that's what, yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of the treats for
Cool
sure.
lady. So I enjoyed that. So what do you have in some of those
So at
spots?
13, I have a very Jonas Christmas movie, which
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, for me, was the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
I thought this movie was so much fun.
Right?
And again, I think I probably would have put it higher, except again, there are other films that I liked more. But I know very little about the Jonas Brothers other than that they exist,
Yeah.
and they're popular. But I thought it was an absolute ball. I enjoyed it tremendously. Yeah.
Like I think it'll be one of my Christmas staples going forward.
Yeah,
The songs
absolutely.
were so catchy.
Yes.
I was shocked that it was like a legit musical. I thought it was going to be, they're doing concerts and then you hear a song.
Same.
No, it was like a musical.
Yes, it's a full musical,
Yeah.
and I thought that the brothers did a great job being brothers,
They did. Yeah, the story. And
the story is really fun.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was a great Christmas movie too. And you know that I can be grinchy about Christmas movies, but I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, same thing. I'd watch this again in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then what did you have at 12?
So at 12, I've got Predator Killer of Killers.
Okay.
Actually, at 11 and 12. So 11, I have Predator Badlands.
Mm.
And then at 12, I've got the two Predator movies that are there together.
Okay.
I thought those were a blast.
Yeah.
I enjoyed both of them a lot.
Like this is, I wish that Disney was taking this approach with all of their legacy sequels / remakes, that they were taking this approach of we're going to approach it a different way. We're going to tell different stories. Like I think some of the best Star Wars that they've made is that anime series that they did with having different directors do an individual episode. I forget what it was called.
Visions, Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, that's right. That was called. I mean, something like that. Like that's so much more interesting to me than we're just going to copy whatever we made before.
Yeah.
Like even if I don't know. Of course, you still have to execute it competently, unlike Snow White. But I would just so much rather have this kind of energy as far as the studio going than what they do most of the time. So
agreed.
Yeah.
I think that both of these have been pretty popular, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope that they're gonna listen to that. And,
I mean,
they've earned enough money.
Badlands did pretty decent.
Yeah, I think it did pretty decent at the box office.
Because Killers was just a Disney Plus.
Disney Plus or Hulu. I think it was on Hulu.
Yeah. And so I think they had to be pretty happy. I don't know if it was profitable quite, but I think it did pretty well. And so I think they have to be pretty happy with, because it was a swing. So everything is all about context,
Yep.
So I had Rental Family at 11.
What did you have at 12 too, Rach?
12 is where I had Sally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then 10 is where I have Fantastic Four. And I think right when it came out, I probably would have had this higher. But it's just one of those movies that just hasn't stayed with me the way I thought it would. I like it. I would recommend it. I'll watch it again. I don't know. It's just some movies do that. Some movies really stick with you, and then others, it's like, I saw that movie.
Enjoyed it, but then it moves down. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that I liked Sue's arc the best, and kind of her grappling with motherhood, which is something that's often not portrayed in an interesting way in films, especially superhero movies. But I thought that her arc was pretty well done, and so Yeah, I mean, I liked it, and I'm excited for these characters. I'm surprised that it didn't get a production design nomination because I didn't really think that
Yeah, the production design
that was
was
a strong
outstanding. I
production.
love the production design. I think that's one of the
Yeah,
things I liked most about the film.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's where I had it at 10.
I have a little higher, but yeah, uh I'm glad. Yeah, glad. Yeah, we both have it in the top 10, our top tens. For me,
Mm-hmm.
number 10 is Alio. Again, I'm the only person in the
Mm-hmm.
world. I feel like I'm the only person in America who liked it, but I, I don't know what were for me. I know that also this had a troubled, not troubled, but
Yeah, I mean, a
they
whole new
revamped
director changed the
yeah,
director.
and to change the tone because if I'm not mistaken, Elio initially was a trans character. Uh
Mm.
that they, opted to, change the storyline. But I don't know, it worked for me. I thought it was a charming kind of not necessarily coming of age movie, but just about
Yeah.
a kid figuring, dealing with grief and figuring stuff out. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, it worked.
Yeah.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/hallmarkies.
It's where I have Prep and Landing
Okay.
because I just thought it was cute. I enjoyed it. And, I like these characters. It was actually not a very good year for non-Hallmark. Hallmark had a pretty good year, but the non-Hallmark was kind of rough.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so I had all three of these pretty high in my non-Hallmark Christmas
Nice.
ranking.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so I was so delighted because I didn't even know this was coming out. And I'm like, oh, Perfect Landing. It was just kind of a nice little gift for the holiday
Yes.
season. So what did you have at 9?
And then I had Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good film, but I just I am so still
Wowed by the visuals.
IMAX 3D for me. It's like if I had to watch this on TV, I wouldn't do it. But being able to see it in IMAX 3D,
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know what it is about these Avatar movies. I never tire.
You're not alone. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, it's still brought
making
in
money.
bank.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So in number 8 is where I have Joy to the World.
Okay.
Yeah, you give me a Christmas in Connecticut remake.
Well, I know. Well,
I'm
I
gonna
was
like
excited
it.
to talk with you about it because you know this genre better than anybody, and
Yeah.
wanting
And-
to know if you because I thought it was very good as
Yeah.
but again, I'm not the one to ask.
And I like that Chad Michael Murray is leaning into just being a swoony leading man to just because there was a while where in his rom-coms he was phoning it in. It seemed like he didn't care. He didn't want to be there. He was not selling it. And there was something that happened like at the last few that he did this it was like a Magic Mike for Christmas thing for Netflix. That was a silly movie, but it was funny. And he did this whole like sexy calendar for it. And he was laughing and getting into it. And I feel like there's something that just happened where he like became charming again because he wasn't working for me for a while in his Hallmark movies that he was doing or Lifetime. And so I thought this was another example. He was really charming in this. And I don't know why, like I said, they didn't just send this to Lifetime. I have no idea, but because so it'd be interesting to know the backstory behind that. Also, very weird. Did you hear that they're doing a Hallmark movie with Lacey Chabert in Disneyland?
Yes.
Which why that was surprising to me because you'd think they would do it on Lifetime. They
Right.
own the network. you know?
That's puzzle. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I wanted to ask you about that too, Rach.
I would love to know the backstories about these because it's not the first time that they had tried to do a Hallmark movie in Disneyland. A couple of years ago, there was, I know this because I talked with the writer. There was a Christmas in Dollywood, and originally that was written to be in Disneyland, but they
Oh,
couldn't make it work.
they
And so
couldn't make it
last
work or
minute, they
get the
switched
rights
it.
or permissions or whatever.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
writer had to make it for Dollywood in like days.
Oh,
Just had
wow.
to rework it. And I mean, and they didn't know whether they were going to get Dolly at all. She ended up only be having a couple lines, but it's not a
But
good
they
Hallmark
got her,
movie. But
right?
they did
Yeah.
just for, I think there's 2-3 lines, and where she talks about her book. You know, she does those book
Yes.
things. Anyway, but it's not a good Hallmark movie. But anyway, it's not the first time that they've tried to do a Hallmark movie in Disneyland. But this is the first time it's succeeded, and that we're getting it, and so that's going to be very fun. I'm very
Fun.
much looking forward to it this year.
Yeah, well, I'll be anxious to get your opinion because who knows if I'll watch it. But maybe because it's in Disneyland, I might. But I'll get your opinion on it and see what you think, see what the pro thinks.
Yes. So what did you have at 8?
At 8, I have Thunderbolts.
Okay.
I liked it a lot better than you did. Again, I didn't just love it, but I thought it was a very interesting film.
Yeah.
I liked the cast. I thought, in particular, Lewis Pullman was really good in that role, and of course, as you mentioned, David Harbour, really the comedy all lands on him.
Yeah.
Still though, and I can see just again, this one is where you really probably had to watch some of Marvel's Disney Plus shows, to really kind of get the storyline.
Yep.
And I know that's been a big issue and a big controversy that Marvel's like also kind of stepping away from too. But
because you haven't watched any of those, have you?
I watched some of them actually because some of them were on. It was during COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I watched all the way up through Hawkeye, and then I haven't really seen. There's a couple of them that I've seen the first 2 episodes because they'll send those as screeners. I saw Moon Knight. I saw just 2 episodes. I saw 2 episodes recently of Wonder Man. I saw 2 episodes of She-Hulk. But Miss Marvel, but not the whole thing.
Yeah. So again, I just am reminded. I can't remember what film it was, but I was sitting next to a very chatty person. I mean, I went to it was a Marvel movie. It was with a friend, and this guy and his daughter were sitting next to me. And before the movie started, he was complaining. He was just saying, the Marvel universe used to be so much fun. You'd see movie to movie, and you could follow the storyline. But then they added all this stuff on Disney Plus, and all these episodes, and there was no time or interest to be able to watch all of it. But then, in a way, you had to in order to follow what was going on in the movies. And he just said, for him, it really stripped away the joy of the movies.
Yeah,
because
that's another big reason. Because like the clue hunting used to be part of the fun of a Marvel movie,
and it was in the films.
Yeah, like even a movie that was less successful, like a Thor: Dark World or something like that, you'd see. Okay, we saw a scene of that in Age of Ultron, or we saw a scene of that, and so like you'd get all these little clues, and so it became a way to sort of either redeem a less strong film or at least to make it you invested in whatever you were watching. And they've lost that, and I really do think that whole thing of the loss of a family film is
that's a really good point, Rach. Really interesting point. Yeah. Thought-provoking.
So number 7 for me is where I have Freakier Friday.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have it at 6. Yeah,
it was delightful. It was funny.
It was much fun.
I was really worried because since this was originally intended for Disney Plus, and the Hocus Pocus and the Enchanted were so underwhelming,
so bad.
And so I was worried that this was going to be like that.
Yeah,
but there does seem to be something about Freakier Friday or Freaky Friday that just works. It's a dynamic that just works.
Yeah,
I mean, I've liked every single iteration of Freaky Friday.
I know, same.
Like the weakest one is probably the musical. But it's not awful. I'd watch it.
It's not awful. And there's some really good performances. I love Heidi Blickenstaff. And, it's just, there's some good...
makes some weird, interesting choices. And
Yeah.
but
And Jamie Lee Curtis is MVP. I just think I think her comedic chops are.
yeah,
Oh, Lindsay Lohan was very good though.
yeah,
All of them were good.
It's funny, it's enjoyable. I think that they could have had more switching.
Yeah.
With because now you're bringing in the granddaughter, so there's 3 generations, and I think that could have been fun if they had been swapping bodies a little bit more. But it was perfectly enjoyable, and
I was just so glad it didn't suck.
I
She's
was so
French,
glad it
but
didn't
yeah,
suck
yeah.
too.
Just like, oh, thank goodness you guys didn't destroy this one as well.
Yeah, but I tell you, the secret hidden gem Freaky Friday movie, there was one I think is 94. There was one in the 90s with Shelley Long and Gabby Hoffman.
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
Which I think was made for TV, wasn't it? Yeah, it was made for the Wonderful World of Disney. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really good. So people should check that out.
Pro tip from Rach. I love it.
So what did you have at 7?
So at 7, I had Captain America: Brave New World. I really liked it.
You liked it more than Thunderbolts, huh?
I liked it more than Thunderbolts, and clearly, I'm maybe the only person in America again who liked this movie. I think part of it is I quite liked the Red Hulk storyline with Harrison Ford. I thought it was cool having Harrison Ford in the movie, and clearly there were rewrites, and it's far from perfect, but I don't know. And ultimately, I liked it, and maybe there was some political stuff in there that also, I don't know, worked for me given the current political environment too.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah,
yeah,
I liked it. It.
Well, my number 6 is where I actually have Lost in the Jungle.
Okay.
I thought this was riveting, like from start to finish, like about this plane crash.
The story is unbelievable.
4 kids, the Colombian rainforest, their rescue. Like I was amazed. And
I thought the document, again, not that I'm a documentary fan, Rach, but there's a lot going on with this story and the history of these people and how these different with the search parties had to kind of come together and work together. I know it's the whole thing's
it's very crowd pleasing. I think that people will like this if you give it a shot. It's
absolutely
hidden gem, I think.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And again, sorry I have a low, but I'm just, as I've already told you, I'm just not a documentary guy that much. Yeah. But still, it's incredibly well done, and definitely worth where you got it for sure.
Yeah. So what did you have at 6?
So 6, I have Freakier Friday.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Which I loved. Yeah.
So 5, I have Predator Badlands.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the script.
Such a good show.
I mean, and just the world building was really fun because I'm not that big of a sci-fi person.
Yes.
And a lot of times they can get very boring to me. But I just thought that it was very creative. Like the whole the grass that was like blades, and just the obstacles that they kept facing was very creative.
They were creative and crazy,
Yeah. And I really thought Elle Fanning was very good.
Oh, I did too. I thought Elle Fanning was fantastic in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's where I ended up at 5. What did you have at 5?
It's a good movie. I have Fantastic Four at 5. Marvel's lost its luster and it will never come back, I don't think. But I thought the production design was really fun in this film, and I just found it to be supremely entertaining. And I also was glad that I think finally we got a good Fantastic Four film, because I think the other Fantastic Four films have really been kind of lousy. So I thought this one was fun, and I loved Sue Storm. I thought that Rebecca Kirby really delivered a great performance, and as you had just perfectly mentioned, her portrayal of motherhood I thought was very unique and amazing. I thought she really was great in the role. But I liked the whole cast, and I found it to be really entertaining. I enjoyed it.
I think the only part of Marvel that has been I mean, I guess that Deadpool and Wolverine did super good, but I think that Spider-Man is still pretty bulletproof as far as
Let's hope.
we'll see, I guess. But
Yeah.
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 Um, okay, so 4 is where I have Frozen.
Okay. Hey, what
Yeah,
did you think of this pro shot, right? I mean, clearly you liked it. You have it high ranked high,
yeah.
but
Yeah, I thought it was, I mean, I guess it didn't really do anything till that was like outside the box. There's just sort of filming this, and I think it's
they
a pretty good musical. And it's a little, I understand why people say it's boring. It's a little, I get it. But I love some of the new songs.
I
We did
love
our
the new
Frozen
songs.
song ranking, and I had
Yeah.
Monster pretty high in that
Yeah.
ranking.
Yeah.
And I love that song. And so, it's just me being a musical person that it's going to be this high, but it was hard to know kind of how to rank it and where to rank it.
Yeah.
Samantha
It's
Barks, I'm a huge fan of, so
I
it was neat to
liked
see
her very
her.
much. And it was like I really enjoyed seeing her performance. I
Yeah.
thought she was great. I thought
Mhm.
she was great as Elsa. Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I have it at 4. What did you have it for?
So at 4, I have Bruce Springsteen, "Deliver Me from Nowhere." Again,
Mhm.
that's one of my, I think, probably the biggest gap, right? Or that
Yes.
probably, I think these next two for me will be the biggest gap between our two
Yeah.
choices. But you know, I'm I like Bruce Springsteen. I can't say that I just love Bruce Springsteen's music, but I respect him a lot as an artist. And I just thought this was a really interesting treatise on the creation of art.
Mhm.
And that's how I took it. But I don't disagree with your criticisms at all. And for me, it worked. For me,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
found it,
that's
I
just
found
the
it to be
thing.
absolutely fascinating.
If you can get invested in in that album, then the movie's going to work for you, and it
Well,
did.
yeah, and honestly, it was less about the album and more about the creation of art for me.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
And
I
I also thought Jeremy Allen White stole the show. I thought his
Yeah.
performance was great. I mean, excuse me, Jeremy Allen White was fantastic. It was Jeremy Strong's performance. I
I was the
mean, Jeremy
manager.
Strong as the manager, who I thought was
Mm,
particularly
yeah.
good too. I mean, they both were good. Both Jeremys were good,
Mhm.
but Jeremy Strong, I thought
Yeah.
was really
Well,
loud.
3 is where I have Very Jonas Christmas. I loved this movie. It
I'm
was
so
so
glad
fun.
that
I
you
loved the
liked it.
songs. I mean, it's probably my favorite Christmas thing of this whole year. And that's saying
Okay,
something even more
nice.
than
Which is
Hallmark.
saying something because also
Yeah.
I'm talking to the Queen of Christmas right here.
It was
So,
great. I mean, and even the story, the little romance for I think it's Kevin, or Nick. I think it's Nick that gets the romance. I get them all confused. I'm sorry. But the one that got the
yeah, the
romance, I
one that got
like
the
his
romance.
story.
Yeah, whichever one that is. Yeah.
Um, but and then it's a rare Christmas movie that that Santa actively wants to stop men from getting home to visit their families.
Right.
And I love a busybody Santa. That's a fan of. And I was surprised how many cameos that there were.
Me
They
too. They
were
got
pretty
really
fun.
great cameos.
Yeah,
In fact, I was kind of shocked by it,
I was too. I really was.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So yeah,
Yeah.
watch it, be surprised by the cameos and have fun. Just have fun with it. It's fun music and it's such a
Hmm.
fun and just it's
Yeah.
just everything just worked. I
Yeah.
was really impressed with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So what did you have at 3?
Oh my gosh, Rachel, I have Tron Ares. Oh my gosh. I loved this movie so much. So I'll try not to bore you, but I saw the original Tron in theaters. I was in high
Hmm.
school.
Hmm.
I'm the grandpa here of the internet, right? I mean, I loved Tron,
Yeah.
and I've just been a Tron head ever since. And I have a shrine to Tron, which I won't bore you with, but I love it. And so
Uh-huh.
when Tron Legacy finally came out, I was stoked. And again, the films are flawed. I mean, Tron is not necessarily a great film,
Yeah.
but visually, I love the visuals of it, and I love the concept. It really works for me. And I
Hmm.
love Tron Legacy, and then this just did not disappoint. I thought it took the story in a really cool direction.
With the whole
Um,
AI thing.
the AI stuff, uh, like the crazy 3D printing or whatever you call that. I loved the characters. I loved Greta Lee. Love, love, love. I thought that story with the sisters taking over the company was very interesting. Um, I thought Evan Peters was great as Dillinger. Anyway,
Yeah.
it really for me it worked. I feel like that
Yeah.
I'm the only person that liked it, but and I was sad it didn't do better because I think
Yeah.
sad. I think Disney is not going to ever make another Tron movie again.
No, I don't
All
think
they're going to
so.
do is remake animated films. But anyway, I'm glad it got made, and even though I'm the only person who likes it, I love it. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful it got made.
Well, I
Love, love,
think we
love it.
have the same
I think we got the same top two. It'll be
top
interesting to see
two,
which
which I
order
feel like that
we have them
happens
in.
more
It
often than
happens a
not,
lot,
don't you
right?
think?
Yeah.
Yeah, in these. Well, I have Zootopia 2 at 2, and then I have Is This Thing On at 1. I was really drawn this year to movies that balanced humor with drama in a way that, found that, like, that's why I personally would prefer something like Sorry Baby over something like Hamnet, which I like both films, but I just was really drawn to that little bit of humor because that's how you get through. That's how that feels more authentic to me, actually. That's how you get through the tough times. That's how you get through not making fun of it, but that's just a coping mechanism. And so I thought the story in Is This Thing On of this man coping with his divorce through giving stand-up comedy a try for the first time because he's trying to get a free open mic night. And I heard people complain that, that he's not a very good comic. And I'm like, of course he's not a good comic. He's just trying it out for the first time. Like, if he
That's
was
the point.
amazing,
Yeah.
then that would feel inauthentic. And I really thought that they had great chemistry together. I thought that their relationship felt pretty believable to me. And and I heard some people also say, "Oh, he would never get on stage and not be booed at like those kind of big places that he was at. He was at like the Comedy Store and stuff like that," which that's fair enough. But I was willing to suspend disbelief enough that it was just like a generic open mic night, and I thought he was charming, and it was neat to see sort of his journey as a person through the course of the movie. It was my second favorite movie of the whole year.
Yeah.
And definitely one I think is one of the more underrated movies of the year. And I thought Lardern was really good. And because a lot of times these divorce movies aren't for me. They're too depressing for me to like. I can respect them, like something like Marriage Story or Kramer versus Kramer or something like that. Like, I can respect it, but I don't really like it.
Yeah.
But this I really liked a lot. So, and then Zootopia 2, it was just really funny, and it was I thought a pretty good way to continue the story and the characters, and you had a little bit of social messaging without being like super heavy-handed about it, which I appreciated. And I mean, I never thought that it would make almost $2 billion. Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, and that is Walt Disney Animation Studios' top grossing film ever, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. But
Yeah.
but I mean, it's still, I think, in like the top 5.
Yeah.
And it came out before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's amazing. So, Rach, I have an opposite order. I have number 2, Is This Thing On?
Yeah.
And then at number 1, I have Zootopia 2. And honestly, Rachel, is practically a tie. I love both of these films. And you had recommended to me, Is This Thing On? And I wanted to see it anyway, but after you highly recommended it to me, I was really stoked to see it, and it did not disappoint. It's just for all the reasons that you said.
I'm so glad.
I'm so happy too, and not that I want to, give it away, because I highly recommend it for people to see it, but that it had a hopeful ending. What I thought was wonderful. And again, not that I would have liked it any less, but that almost seemed unusual, to be like an unusual take, which I admired, with the filmmakers and the chemistry was so good with all of the actors. What a fine script, and just great filmmaking, and such a good story. It's wonderful. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yay, I'm so glad.
And I loved Zootopia 2. Oh my gosh. I mean, I was you kindly invited me to a screening. I'm so happy I got to see it, but I've also seen it a few times since, and I love it. It's just I
Yeah.
just think it's so funny. It just again for all the reasons you said. It's so clever. It's a great. I think it really is. I just wish more sequels were like this. And
Yeah.
because it is not a remake. You
No, it
know,
treats it like an anthology
yes,
in a detective,
yeah,
story in a like you might get and I
and
don't
new
know. I can't think of a
characters are interesting, and
yeah.
the social commentary is definitely there, like it was in the first film, but it is not heavy-handed in any
Yeah. I
way.
thought it was lighter than in the first film
Oh,
personally.
absolutely. I feel like it's
Yeah.
even lighter in this one, although I mean, it's clear what they're trying to say,
Yeah.
but it's lighter and great vocal performances by everybody, including
Yeah.
Cindy Fortune Feimster's hilarious.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah,
I
she's
liked her too.
good, and anyway, I loved it. I'm
Yeah,
so
I forgot
happy.
that was they did the screening on it was on a like a Thursday
It was
morning.
the
That was
weirdest.
so weird.
It was so weird, but I was so glad I could swing it, and you were nice
Yeah.
to include me. And what a happy. I mean, I was looking forward to it,
Yeah.
but you get a little cautious. You get a little cautious. You're like,
Yeah, I mean, especially after Moana 2 was
oh, Moana
underwhelming.
2 was so not good.
It's underwhelming.
Yeah,
Uh
this was good, and
yeah.
I'm super optimistic for Walt Disney Animation Studios. I hope that they're going to have another really good run again. They've
Yeah,
had
I'm really excited for
kind of.
Hexed.
I am too. I'm really excited for
Fingers
Hex.
crossed.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and
Zootopia
Frozen
2
3.
this last weekend, Zootopia 2 was at sixth place. And it came out
Crazy.
before Thanksgiving. Unbelievable.
It's amazing. But people love it. Again, I talking to some of my family members, every age range of people uh, really enjoyed the film.
Yeah.
So they did a great job with it, I thought.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, my favorite Disney movie, but both of them.
Very good. Oh
Yeah,
my
so good.
gosh.
That's fun that we both picked them, even though
Yeah.
different order, but still, I think we both our feelings are mutual about
Yeah.
both of these films.
Well, let us know what you think, where you would rank things. We would love to hear your thoughts on all these different films. And if there's one that you haven't seen that you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, go check it out and then let us know. Most of these are available on Hulu or Disney Plus, and or will be soon. And I think worth, like I said, I gave Fresh to 20 of these. So technically I recommended 20 of them. And so there we go. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And Stanford, where can people find you?
I am host of the Movies Past and Present podcast, and you can find me wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can go to moviespastandpresent.com.
And you did solo episodes on Springsteen and Tron, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did at least some reviews or recaps or something.
I thought you
Yeah,
did.
and Tron too. I Steve Anderson from
Mm,
from Disney joined me for that, and we talked about all three Tron movies,
nice.
which was super fun.
I'd be a perfect guest
he
for
had
that.
written that book, the Disney in between book that talked
Yeah.
about the creation of the original Tron, and so I just thought, who better,
Yeah.
and it was really fun, and I think he actually enjoyed Tron Ares too, maybe not as much as I did, but I think he enjoyed it. So maybe there are two of us.
Well, you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. And right now, at KSL Movie Show. So definitely check that out. I'd really
Yes,
appreciate
and
it.
yes.
And check out Hallmarky's podcast for all of my Christmas thoughts. We did a whole deep dive episode on Ray Jonas Christmas. My friend Amber joined me for that one. It's a very fun episode because she's a super fan. So it was a fun one. And a lot more coverage of everything Christmas over at Hallmarky's podcast. And then we also have, if you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. Really appreciate that. And if you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to check out our playlist with all of our Talking Disney episodes and check out the Patreon group. That's the biggest way you can support everything that we're doing. You get to be part of cool experiences like Q&As And you also get to have ad-free versions of the episodes. I really try to make it worth your while to join the Patreon. And then we have the merch store. You can get hashtag Animation Junkie shirts and more fun stuff. So take a look at that. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.